Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. Now, my question to you is, if you can change one thing about Call of Duty, any Call of Duty game that's out there right now, except for Black Ops 2, let's not talk about that right now, any game between Modern Warfare 3 and earlier, no games that aren't out yet, but if you can change anything about Call of Duty, what would it be? That's my question to you. Now, let me jump into the gameplay and I'll touch more on that question. So, let's talk about the setup. And I'm using the M4A1 with the fall camo. Pretty sexy, I like it. Changing it up. And I have suppressor and extended magazine on that bad boy. Does some damage, does some work. And I'm using PM9 for the silencer on for my secondary. And equipment C4 and flash grenades. Gotta love that C4. And then we're using Predator missile attack helicopter and AH6 Overwatch for my kill streaks. Now the perks I'm using: Sleight of Hand Pro, I want to say Assassin Pro maybe, and Stalker. So those are my perks. Now let me talk about that question. Like, what is there to change in Call of Duty? What would you change in Call? If you could change one thing about Call of Duty, what would you change? Now, if you're having a hard time with this, maybe you want to change the perk system. Maybe you want to get rid of the perks. Would you keep the perks? Would you, I don't know, would you change the perk tiers so you can get perks at different levels? And what would that be? Would you change, I don't know, say, how many perks you can select? The kill streaks. What about kill streaks? Would you get rid of the kill streaks? Would you keep them, or would you change them like the original classic Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1, sorry about that. Or would you keep it like that? Would you change the knifing system, make it 2 hits instead of 1? I don't know, there's a lot of things you can actually change in here. Would you change the map sizes? Would you make the maps bigger, like huge, like Battlefield? Would you add some vehicles in there? Would you bring back the, co-op single-player campaign mode that they did in World at War? Would you actually change the engine after those 3 games? I don't know. Tell me. What I would do probably, the main thing that I would do, I would change the cheat system. I would add Punk Buster, so at least there would be something more concrete than whatever they have now. I don't even think they have anything. But that's what I would do. I would add Punk Buster in there and get rid of some of these hackers faster. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's easier to do that or if it's harder, if you have to pay. I don't know nothing about Punk Buster, but I know that it does work sometimes. I know it's not the best solid way, but it would at least, weave out those hackers every now and then. Because I've seen it, ban people off of like Battlefield Bad Company 2, Enemy Turret Quake Wars, Modern Warfare 1, I've seen it ban people off a few games. And so, I mean, it does work, but you just got to keep it updated and keep these hackers out of the game. But that's one of the things I would do. Maybe something else, I don't know, make the maps bigger. Like, I would bring back not bring back maps, but create maps that are similar to Modern Warfare 2, because those maps were gorgeous. Those maps were, in my mind, those maps were pretty much I don't think there was one map on that game that I didn't like. Probably Wasteland was probably the worst map I didn't like. But that's good for wide open air support maps, and that's probably the only map like that. I pretty much loved all the maps in that game. Like High Rise, Terminal, small as the map may be, you can still kill bitches in the building. Like you just get that AC-130, you get that attack helicopter. I mean, you clean some noobs up. You know what I'm saying? You shoot through those windows, man, and they are goners. But like I said, if you could change one thing about Call of Duty, what would it be? And not including Black Ops 2. I know some of you guys might like you change the score system, kill streaks, but anything from Modern Warfare 3 and previous, if there's one thing about Call of Duty you can change, what would it be? Guys, this is the end of the video. Wrapping it up here. I'm Wartank. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, as always, in the meantime, have a great time fragging.